All right, what's up, ladies and gentlemen? Quick risk disclaimer that trading is risky. The information that you are about to receive in this video is intended for educational and entertainment purposes only, to help you guys figure out how you can better navigate the markets and use prop firms to make more money, you guys. So let's get straight into this video. I'm going to be taking you guys, first I want to take you guys to my trade locker so I can show you guys some of the trades that I was taking today. On my E8 one-step account, right? So I did take some sales in here. I did take some sales. This trade right here is from the London session, and I'm going to do more videos about breakaway gaps. But you guys, I talk about breakaway gaps all the time because when the market sweeps liquidity, like how it did here, we swept liquidity. I'm going to switch over to my trading view, guys, so you guys can see this. But right now, this is Trade Locker. I just wanted to show y'all some of the trades down here. I did take some losses, you guys. I am not perfect, but that's all a part of managing your risk properly. But so the first trade from London session, right? I wasn't even watching the market, but I logged in. I was waiting for a drop to happen. I logged into my trading view. I seen this breakaway gap. I was a bit late. I was hoping for a pullback up until here. Never really got that. So as you guys can see, I took my first entry. Wait, what's going on? I took my first entry right here, and then I added into it as it started to break down some more. And then I was up a little bit right here. Then the market started to come back, and I did end up taking a loss for like 179, I believe it was. But then I eventually noticed that right here, you guys, I eventually noticed that we had ran into this order block. It was just coming up here to sweep out some of these highs and fake some people out like it did me. So once I realized that, I did get back into the trade. It wasn't really that big of a trade. You guys can see I was getting in at 23,818, and I was getting out for almost 20 points, right? Not even 20 points. So that was my first trade during the London session. And then during the New York session, you guys, we was chopping around in here a bit. I did get faked out a couple times, as you guys can see. Down here, I took a loss on a buy, and then I took a sell. So, I was getting chopped up, a little bit confused on what the market was doing, because at first I seen that we swept this liquidity. We had what appeared to be a breakaway gap, and I did take this buy, as you guys can see, but I sold because that was looking a little bit too choppy. It wasn't really flying the way that I wanted it to, because you guys know, when I talk about breakaway gaps, one of the key things when you're seeing a breakaway gap is you want to see all of these candles be green, right? And then also you want to see price really start to move fast. If it's going to pull back, you want to see it pull back and start to rip up higher, right? So I got out of this trade. As you guys can see, I got chopped around in here, but then I was noticing that this breakaway gap right here on a 1 minute time frame was being respected, right? So I went all in pretty much with like 5 or 6 entries, I believe it was. Maybe that's 8 entries. I really don't remember. And I sold right here as it broke past this low. Could have got more of a profit if I would have held a couple more minutes. But, the start on the day was really choppy, and it wasn't really that great. So I was just like, you know what? It's the day before CPI. It's, we got CPI, we got PPI coming up. Let me just take profits, be happy, so I can live to see another day, right? And as you guys can see, I did make 600 on my account, right? This is Trade Locker. Now I'm going to switch it to Trading View so I can show you guys exactly what I was looking at as far as like the concepts that I use, ICT concepts. I'm not even going to go back to the London session, you guys, because like I said, that was a very small trade. Nothing too sexy with that trade. But, I did manage to make some profit. So let's look at London session right here. Let's look at the New York session, right? So we get market open. Market chopped around for about the first 30 minutes of the day, which is why I always tell you guys, if you want more consistency, try not to trade that first 30 minutes of the day. Yes, I know that sometimes the market just flies. Sometimes when the market opens at 9:30 Eastern Standard Time, I do understand that. But if you really want to start finding more consistency, you have to learn how to be patient, right? So in here, we was chopping around, and then eventually we broke down below. and then we made, like I said, what appeared to be a breakaway gap right here. I knew it was a little bit sus because right here I have the midnight opening from last night. So when price break above this midnight opening, what I would have wanted to see if I was going to hold my buy is for price to continue up, right? It needs to go up and start really getting aggressive. But the fact that we can't even break this high up in here, we can't break this high. We broke this one, but we can't break that one. That was very concerning to me. So it was just something that I was noting for price action. And then, like I said, on my trade locker, I seen this breakaway gap right here. And then right here, this was the first presented fair value gap of the day. So we broke down. We started to hold that first presented, and that's when I got into the trade. And I just simply took that down into liquidity. But like I said, I didn't hold for all of the liquidity. There was more liquidity like on a 15-minute time frame. And I was aware of all of this liquidity right here. Like I said, I pretty much sold right here as we broke below this low. I wanted to target this low and this low as well. But, it was so choppy for the first 30 minutes of the day. So I was like, you know what? I'm in profit. Let me just take these profits because I don't want it get chopped around for the rest of the day when I had a decent opportunity to lock in profits, you guys. So that was essentially the move on the day. I want to do something before I log out real fast, right? Because there's this thing I do where I measure the first 30 minutes candle of the day. So that will be, I believe, is this candle. Right, so that's this candle right here. You can measure that, and then you can also try to figure out, where you want to take profits. Here, I always try to tell you guys to use at least just the one standard deviation for a take profit, because as you guys can see, all of the other deviations, they don't get hit as much, right? So that was one standard deviation. We went down here, we wigged below, and now we're just chopping around for the rest of the day, you guys. So that was essentially my trade. I did end up making money on my Alpha Capital account as well. I'm currently up 1,100 on my phase 2. We got about about pretty much 1,400 left, so a little under 3%, so that we can be funded with that account. And then obviously up almost about 600 in my E8 one-step challenge. And so I got to make another about 5,400 on that account. And, I just plan on taking it slow. I'm not really trying to rush and, get funded and do everything all in 1 week. Right now I'm just really focused on consistency. And when I have a good green day like today, just get out of the markets, you guys. Because as you guys can see, if you try to get back in here, you're just going to get chopped around on a day like this before CPI and PPI, you guys. So it's not really worth it. All of the extra stress if you made some profits, even if you if you have taken a loss on a day like this, it's not even a bad idea to just take that loss and just be done, right? Because the market isn't really moving that much today. So that was pretty much the trade breakdown on today, you guys. It was really quick. I just wanted to be real quick, keep it real simple for you guys. Leave a comment down below if you guys want me to keep doing more videos like this, where I'm giving y'all the step-by-step walkthrough on pretty much my prop firm account. As most of you probably already know, I post all of my trades on my community tab to give you guys, the step-by-step. But not often do I get an opportunity to, break my trade down so you guys can see what I was doing and when I was doing it, and showing you guys the real executions and everything like that. So I'm going to try to do a better job with giving you guys more trade breakdown videos, because I know a couple of y'all have already voted that y'all wanted more trade breakdown videos. So if you enjoyed this video, drop a like, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Click that bell so you can be aware of all of our videos that come out anytime that I go live. Make sure y'all click that bell so you can be aware of everything that we have going on the channel. Also, link in the description below. If you're going to be buying any prop firms, make sure y'all use my code KRACKEN and register with my link. As you guys know, pretty much the 3 top prop firms that I have right now is Funder Pro, E8 Markets, and Alpha Capital. Those are the top ones that I am looking to get funded with right now. And it is only because I love CFD prop firms just a little bit more than futures right now. It's nothing wrong with futures. I just like the funded stage for the CFD prop firms a little bit better. I feel like there's so much opportunity to make money, and then also the scaling opportunities, in my opinion, is a little bit better as well. But obviously, you have to be very consistent to scale up your account, right? So that's the video, you guys. I appreciate you guys for tuning in. Make sure y'all leave a like, and I will see y'all in the next video, man. Peace out.